Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Monday Live with Randyl and Phineas.
Yeah, can't believe it. Get to be on here with Phineas.
It is great to have you back, Randall. As many of our viewers have heard last week, that for the rest of the season, Randall is going to be tag teaming with Bob every other week. So I will have a wonderful co-host each week, and just looking forward to working with Randall and Bob as per always, and of course Angela, who is the wizard behind the scenes for us. So
Everybody, come on, you got to give an applause for Angela. She does so much putting all this together with this new setup and everything else. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Well, and yep, Bob is outside in the what looks like in 95-degree heat in Texas, doing some work around the house. Bob just wanted to have a bit of a break and get some stuff done while he still can, while the weather is still agreeable to doing that, and before the holiday season starts. So we are grateful for Randall for stepping in, and hoping Bob takes care of himself as he's out in the Texas heat. I don't envy him one minute. He popped in earlier today wearing his thermoparail stuff around him to keep himself cool, and so he didn't overheat. So,
Yeah, like I said to Phineas in the clean green room, everybody, maybe it's better if Bob would be here. He wouldn't be working so hard, but he needs to get some. He wants to get some things done. So as long as he takes care of himself, hydrates, and everything else, and because that 100-degree index that's pretty warm being out there working in that heat. So Bob, please take care and stay warm. Again, thank you guys for allowing me to be here every other week till the end of the season, and it'll be here so fast with Phineas. Come on, look at this guy. He is dynamite. Uh, like I said last week on one of the shows, a true when you made a comment about you were shocked and when you had to do your show alone. That's because you are and have been a true professional. You just made it through. You knew what to do. You and that's why you're here and that's why you're in this business. And
well, I like to try and do my best, and like finding out that I was doing the show alone, and it's just like, okay, time to roll up the sleeves and figure out what to do. And the same thing is, when Bob needed some time off, he called another true professional, and we got Randall back, and Randall rolled up his sleeves, and he's here, and
I got to unbutton them first before I can roll them. So
uh,
sorry.
and we are grateful for him to be back with us. And
Thank you guys for having me back. Really, thank you very much, guys. Great
excellent.
to see everybody. We've got a lot of people starting on here on already there. Phineas watching. It's fantastic.
Yep.
Good group of people already.
Yep, and as the Nightbot said in YouTube, the weather in Texas is currently sunny with a temperature of 96 degrees, with 8-mile-per-hour winds, with the current humidity at 29. So it is hot and dry in Texas. Here where I'm at, we are not hot and dry. We are quite cool. It's 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and we had a nice little bit of rain, but it's quite sunny here right now. So it is a lovely day here. So.
It's kind of a fall chilly day already. I see Santa Doug says it's 67 where he's at, and we're in the low 70s. I think it was 71 today, and a few little sprinkles here in the Metro Detroit area. So, but yeah, it's fall has kind of fell a little early this year, but
Yeah,
it's August.
I'm looking out, and I've got a tree just out the window here, and some of the leaves are beginning to turn color.
No, 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 don't say. I love the colors. I love them, but man, don't say that already. It's only August.
It's always an early tree, but it hasn't been this early. Like it's usually early September when it starts changing. But I was looking out, and it's like that's a very yellow branch, and
Wow.
so I was hoping that it was because maybe the branch got broken during a storm, and maybe it's just dry. But no, no, they are beginning to turn yellow. So it's beginning to show signs. Beginning
It
to look a lot like.
when that fall hits, man, that is a gorgeous. That is just what Mother Nature does about changing the colors, the leaves. It's a beautiful thing.
And but yeah, so we've got quite a crew here already, an early crew. Santa Doug from Indiana, AJ as always, Mr. Trivia has joined us. John Schnagelberger from Colorado is here, so thank you. Bill Coates from Texas. Kane Smith uh, is with us. Ernie Russo from New Hampshire.
Johnson, Sean White, Everett. Man, we got a lot of great crew here.
Yeah, we do. We've got quite a crew here. Hello, Jim and David Milmine. Rick Fields from Arizona, hoping things are pleasant in Arizona, not too hot. Charlie Johnson from your neck of the woods, Randyl, is there. So, yeah, we've got a good crew.
Yeah, he's a little further up the
Up
valley.
the
No,
Yep.
no, no, nobody really understands that, but us Michigan people. So I guess I shouldn't do that.
I'm just glad it was all four fingers. So that's all I'm going to say.
See, it was great. I live in Michigan, so which is about here. I have
Mhm.
a place in Florida, which there's the Panhandle, there's Miami. I have a place here on the coast, so you can do it for both states, Michigan
There
and
you go.
Florida.
There you go.
At least I can. I think in my head I can, but nobody ever really follows the that part of it. But yeah, that's great. I can't believe Sue's here. Hi Sue, good to see you.
Everett and Dana Prostrello are heading back from Northern Lights Santa Academy. So I guess they're watching us on the road. Drive safe, Everett and Dana, and good to see you along with us. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I can't believe that it's already August 25th already. How many months till Christmas?
4 months to
4
Christmas.
months till Christmas.
Yep.
It's just, I
Um,
mean, where has this year gone already?
it's just swinging by, and I was looking at the calendar and just realizing how close we are to uh, events like Charles Howard, and therefore things like Thanksgiving and all of that stuff. So, yeah.
Most Santas and Mrs. Clauses, they do photo shoots in October. They do full time if you're doing chair work. It's usually the first week of November. That's not that far away.
Nope, nope. So the season's about ready to hit the ground running, and hopefully we are too. And we'll be talking about that very soon. But I'd also like to welcome Betsy Modzieski from Texas, the Tooth Fairy, and the Spirited Mrs. Claus. Jenny Lynn from Minnesota. Hello, Jenny Lynn. And yeah, it looks like we've got quite a crew here of Santas and Misses and Elves. So wonderful welcome, everybody. So
Ruth said it's 96 right now. Where are you from, Rick Fields? What city?
we're
96.
in Arizona.
Arizona.
So
Okay.
for
Well,
him, it is sweater weather, definitely. But then again, when I saw Rick last, he was wearing a full tilt leather jacket in Texas, and I was wearing just a light sweater. So uh,
wow.
we've got Mr. Elzinga from Northern Ontario. Hello, how are you? Pat Moss from Houston. Good to see you, Patrick. Thank you for joining us today.
Welcome. Welcome. Man, we got so many cool things going on today. Great question.
Yep.
Santa B is in here today, and always fun to do the trivia.
Yep. So, Angela, if you could run Santa B's video for us.
Ho, 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 and happy day, my friends. Santa B back with you here again today. Today we're continuing talking about the 4 P's you need and the one that you don't. And today we're talking about persistence. Just good old-fashioned dogged working on our craft every chance we get. Taking the time to be patient with ourselves, to know it's not always going to be perfect, but being persistent, whether you're learning a new accent, a new magic trick, whatever may be coming your way. Be persistent, be consistent, be blessed, be well. I love you all. See you next time.
Very nice.
Thank you very much, Santa B. Hoping I'll see you. I know you're in Missouri at the moment, and it's always good to see you, Robert. So thank you very much for your wonderful message. And if you liked what you hear from us on Mondays, you can follow him on TikTok at Santa B or on YouTube as well. And he has regular messages of that sort throughout. So go out and hunt down Santa B, Robert Wood from Joplin, Missouri. So great.
Wow.
And nobody new has joined us. So what do you think? You're ready for a burger?
Let's get a little something to munch on. Let's do some noshing here.
Yeah. So as Randall was saying, the year keeps on rolling on, and we're getting closer and closer to the season. We're literally 4 months away from Christmas as of today. Last night, I was remarking that it's 4 months from Christmas Eve, and so when I was coming up with this week's something burger, I was noting that summer is drawing to a close. Back to school is in full swing in some areas, and I'm wondering, what practical steps are you taking towards preparing for your holiday season? And I'm not thinking about, learning stories, getting new props or anything like that. I'm talking about, have you pulled out your suits and checked to see if they're well maintained? Have you taken a look at the fur to make sure it's not stained or brushed and neat? Checking for any seams or loose buttons. Have you checked your shoes or boots? Are they polished? Are they clean? What's the leather like? How are the soles of the shoes? Are they holding up? That type of situation. So, what practical steps are you taking towards preparing for your holiday season? What tasks are you starting to become Santa ready? And I will start in the fact that just this past weekend, I had pulled out the what I call my show bag, which is the bag that Phineas and Santa take to every time we do a home visit or a story time or a Santa experience show. And I went and cleared it all out, vacuumed out all of the crumbs and dust and gaffer tape, uh, rolled up little balls of gaffer tape and everything like that. And I also, cleaned off because I live in the north, the snow and mud and salt stains that you get from putting it down on the ground while you're putting it back into the sleigh and everything like that. So I made sure that the show bag is ready, and then I began taking a look at the props that we're using for our storytelling and figuring out how they will pack in that bag, because that way when I go to another event, that when I look in this pocket, I know that this prop will be here. So I will know where the delight thumb tips are, so I can just reach in and grab it without having to look or turn my back on the audience and stuff like that. So that was my thing. Was I've also got some patches from stuff from Santa. I've got a Believe patch on it, and I've also got my name on it, so everybody knows that it belongs to Phineas. And I needed to make sure that the patches were sewn on tight and everything was really good. So just to make sure that we are ready for our upcoming shows. Um, I also had the chance to get my elf shoes out and give them a cleaning and polishing, so they're in tip-top shape and ready to roll. So just stuff like that.
It's perfect what Phineas is saying about the suits and all that. Make sure that all your buttons are secure. Make sure that your belts are done. If Phineas made a comment about your delights, if you've had them in your bag for a year or two, they might not work anymore. So
Yep,
it's a good thing to check. Those are things so you don't go to your first event. Oh, it's in there. I see it in there. You go to fit and there's no light.
nope,
So many things that Phineas said is you think it's very basic and it's always there. Yeah, it's that's it. The magic is just not going to happen without that light coming on. So
exactly.
check your delights. I remember the first time I did this a long time ago. I made a mistake in the buttons. I had a problem with my button. It just I didn't check it. My suit was cleaned. I hung it up and I brought it out. Next thing I know, first day I go to work and show, and the button pops off. Those little things like that, and like I said earlier, this is a fantastic question because that's what part of my things we're going to talk about later is some things to get started. But there are so many things to get started, and I see we've got wonderful suggestions here from what people are doing. So
Yep.
we could head that way.
So AJ said he just got a new suit from Doug Aberhart, and he needs to get new boots because the zipper broke on one of his boots, and he has to put his new suit on to make sure it fits well, and it does. So uh, maybe new boots, or maybe you can get the zipper repaired or replaced. AJ, you never know, because there are places that will replace the zippers on your boots for you. So you might want to check. It might be a little less expensive.
But it's harder to find a person that really does leather work.
Yep.
just to find a new pair of boots.
Yep.
A couple of years ago, I had a hard time finding because I wanted to put new zippers, and it was easier for me to go get a pair of boots than
Yep.
it
Yep.
was to do that. So, but it's exactly what Phineas was saying. Check those things.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Sandy Davis said that he's glad that the bag is ready for the shows, and that's why I exist. I exist to make Santa's job easier for the most part. So I don't want Santa to have to worry about is this going to be here for when he calls upon it or when he needs it. So that's always my best response. Everett Prostrollo commented that yes, it is time to get your gear out, put on your suit head to toe, and make sure it still fits. That's the big one. As your has your cookie zone shifted? Um, uh, look through your Santa bags, support bags, etc. Make sure you've got enough giveaways like coins, candy canes. You might need to make that order from places like Santa's Closet or Stuff for Santas or something like that because you don't quite have enough. Maybe check to see how many bookings you've got and how many giveaways you typically have. Maybe you need to get together and order some stuff and make sure you've got it now.
Doug says, get scheduled for a flu shot. That's a good safety thing to do for a flu shot, COVID booster, any other shot you might be needed for that time. If it's in our age, if it's pneumonia shots or whatever, just help work on your health. And I know Dr. Bruce has a great thing about working on your voice. You're even going to start working on your voice now to keep it lubricated and get that started to train even get your voice. We talk all the time
Yep.
to get used to talking 10, 12 hours a day, changing our voice a little bit in tone or whatever. It's time to start working on that also.
Yep. Bill Gorbett said that he went through looking his props to make sure everything has new, fresh batteries and are working. And that's a good one, especially if you're using an item that has batteries in it or needs batteries. Make sure you've got fresh batteries. Make sure you have backup batteries, particularly if they're the coin batteries or if you're using something with one of those little automotive remote controls, make sure you've got an excess battery for that and the tools to easily get in and out because sometimes you need like a little screwdriver or a knife or something to get into that. So by all means, definitely, particularly if you're doing something like the fairy dust story or something that requires technology, making sure you've got all of that stuff with you. Ernie Russo noted that he is checking his prop bag and giveaways where they are stored. Yeah, if you've bought candy canes last year and you've put them away storage, make sure that they are not all melted. Make sure that the mice and critters have not gotten into them, whatever. Making sure all parts are accounted for, changing batteries. So well done. So Sean White noticed that her tailor Tom has taken in one costume, working on another with one to go. She has ordered new gloves. That's a big one if you're using the cotton gloves. I'm actually placing a pile of glove orders in for a few of the Santas that work around me because I can get them in bulk and I actually get leather gloves for them. And a new outfit for a new type of Mrs. Claus that matches with the brand she will be working with. So excellent, Sean.
Charlie Johnson says, if you have an Amish living near you, there's leather shop you can put together, for zipper boots and all that. Yeah, if you have an Amish, they definitely can do those kind of things. I know in Michigan and Illinois and Indiana, there's a fair amount of Amish places, or Pennsylvania or wherever. There's quite a few that you can find. But usually I don't find many boot shops or shoe repair places anymore.
Yep. Jenny Lynn Claus notes that she focuses on getting plenty of zinc for fighting colds and hydration, definitely. You might want to stock up on stuff like whatever hydration drinks you use. If you use like an electrolyte drink or something during the season, if you use protein shakes because you've got busy days where you really can't stop and have a meal, and maybe even the bio breaks you may or may not need if you have a meal during the day or something like that. So definitely make sure you've stocked up on stuff like that. Sean White noticed that she's stocked up on lots of crayons to give away in December. That's always important, especially if you have coloring sheets or activity books you give away to little children. So excellent.
Yeah, and any giveaways, make sure the best thing to do is to go to closetnet, .org,
Yep.
or Stuff for Santa or whatever. Do it now. Get your order together and get it going. Because why wait till October, November, when you're rushing, and they might not have any product left because there's a lot of Santa's Mrs. Clauses using the same items.
Yep.
So get it done. And gloves too. I think that's a great thing. Always have a good stock of gloves. Um, they're easy to change, to get clean for always. That's just a safety factor.
Um, Santa David noticed that he's getting a new belt from one of the local leather guys in Hamilton, Ontario. Betsy Modzieski noticed, thank you for the glove reminder. She needs to order more. And you can never have too many gloves during the holiday season, especially if you have to handle lots of children and believers, because they get dirty quickly, especially if you're using the white ones. So
Always use them next year. They're not going to go bad. You're not going to have little critters get into like candy canes or something like that. They'll be safe till next year if you don't.
Yeah.
You're not going to use them. So they're a worthwhile investment.
yeah. Rick Fields noticed that some motorcycle shops can repair boot zippers, and that's the other thing, is if you are looking for something that, be creative in what you're looking for, because there are shops that may be able to handle this stuff, particularly if they're doing like the saddlebags for motorcycles or whatever. So there you go. Sean White would like to know, Randy, will we see you at Charles Howard or the Expo in Midland this year?
Probably I'll go up to the expo. It's a lot of fun. It was fantastic fun last year up there. So
You mean I'll get to see you in person then? So excellent.
and it's been what, a year, 2 years? When I was red suit a couple of years ago, right?
Saginaw.
Yeah, it was red suit a couple. Yeah,
Red Suit Club last year. So yeah. So
yeah. So yep. I might got all the thumbs up. Okay to do a lot of that stuff now. That's working. So we're gonna have some. Hopefully, get back to the real world, whatever that is.
whatever that is, exactly. Exactly.
Oh goodness. What fun. Man, so many great ideas. And that's and it's great to see that Santa's Mrs. Clauses, they're on top of things. They know what they've got to do. They know what to plan for. It's the way to go. Thanks, Charlie. Thank you.
I will say, for those of you who have the removable buttons or the military buttons with the brass buttons, make sure that you have plenty of spare fasteners for those, because those little hairpin clips can oftentimes go popping off if you're a very mobile Santa. And I remember having to keep quite a stock of those little cotter pins for Santa Larry's jacket. So
One thing that Phineas brought up earlier too about Santa's fur. You know how we get that fur up here that gets a little darkened.
yep.
That's something to definitely look out for. You've got this beautiful fur around your collar, then underneath your beard, which mostly people don't see. It also needs to make sure that's and somehow I haven't found a place that does a good job on cleaning that. And a lot of my fur was always detachable anyway on the last couple I bought.
Mhm.
So I had to get that off there myself. And that's something very to look into your fur to make sure that
particularly if you use makeup for photo sessions or beard oil, or you happen to be a heavy sweater or something like that. So
Yeah.
always make
that's
sure.
that can definitely something that Phineas brought up earlier, and it's something really to look into.
And AJ commented that there's a laundromat near where he's at that can replace zippers, so he might actually talk
Oh,
to
good.
you. So
Good.
hope you can, AJ. If you like the boots and they're comfortable for you, why not try to repair them to the best of your ability? So there you go.
Fantastic. Thank you, folks. Always wonderful to see that stuff. Always.
Great conversation. Well, I think that is it. So we shall get into the trivia and santascloset.org. Angela, could you please play the trivia?
Hey everyone, Angela Mack here for Bob and Phineas Live, the show about nothing. Season 4 of Bob and Phineas is brought to you by santascloset.org, where you can find all your accessories for the discriminating Santa, Mrs. Claus, and the elves. Visit Santa Wade's website at santascloset.org today, where they are known for delivering unique, value-packed Santa and Mrs. Claus accessories since opening in 2004. The goal has always been to provide both a superior customer experience at a tremendous value. Their products are fairly priced, and Santa Wade strives to bring many different products to the Claus community. Visit the website and make your next season a truly special one. This is Angela Mack reminding you all to catch our show every Monday at 3 p.m. Central, presented by TNL Network Productions. Thanks for watching. Now let's get back to Bob and Phineas in the TNL studios in today's Monday Santa's Closet Trivia.
So thank you very much to Wade and Scarlett from santascloset.org for sponsoring the trivia. Once again, the correct answer for this trivia question goes into a pot for North Pole Cornerstones tuition, as well as a goodie bag and potential t-shirt from santascloset.org. So today's trivia question is, this song, now associated with Christmas, was originally written in 1857, and it was intended for use in a Thanksgiving observance at a church in Savannah, Georgia. What is this now Christmas favorite known as now? What was its original title, and who wrote it? So we're looking for three answers. The current title of this once Thanksgiving, now a Christmas favorite, the original title, and who wrote it.
It's a great song. It's a great song.
It is definitely a great song. So
Fantastic.
Charlie, yes, you are in timeout. Angela just confirmed that. And Santa Allen noted that, yes, you are in timeout. So yes, Mr. Trivia, you are in timeout. So
those between AJ and Charlie, those fingers, I don't think they even do the fingers. They probably just do the vocal. And that's what looks it up, I think. I'm not even sure. I know I can't type that fast. There's no way. They are right on the money. Right on the money. So, of course, Angela will have the answer a little bit about who the answer to the trivia question.
Yep.
Great one. Fun one. It'll keep
we are getting some answers, so that is good. Good to see them coming through. So wonderful to see that. And Angela, can you thank our sponsors, King Risks Partners and Caboots, please? Bob.
me. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Bob was offline, but I'm back. And Angela's back.
I forgot to change that scene, y'all. My bad. Sorry
No
about that.
problem.
All right, now I got to get myself off of here.
Thank you, Angela.
God.
I love technology. Isn't it wonderful?
Technology,
Uh,
a new platform. We're still having some growing pains, but it's
yeah,
a lot more, and it's also a lot less expensive than StreamYard ended up becoming.
yeah. It's that StreamYard like tripled in price for the year, and just
Yep.
great, just great.
But thank you once again to King Risk Partners, featuring Larry Talbert, formerly Talbert Insurance Services, and Caboots. So once again, thank you very much for your support of the TNL networks and all of our shows, and making sure that we're able to bring quality information to you. Soon to be 5 days a week, 5 days a week. So thank you.
A lot of things, and remember, guys, remember they're all boom. They're all free, guys. Don't forget that. I had to do my favorite letter.
I was
My
going to say you're going to have to. You're using your favorite F word, so there you
Yeah,
go.
well, you know what? I've got to give this credit to someone a long time ago. Michael Howe was the one that did it first, and then he just kind of let it go. So I picked up the mantle and
Yep.
went on with it. So, but it is a the other favorite F word is probably I have another favorite F word. I really do. Food,
I was going to say. Uh,
food. I love food.
Whew.
It wasn't as bad as how much I scared Bob the first time for my favorite F word. That was a really scary one.
Yep.
Food is my other favorite four-letter F word.
Anyways, we are moving on to Elfin Chatterbox News, and wanted to let you know that North Pole Cornerstones is moving to Oklahoma City North. It will be held in the Hilton Garden Inn and Conference Center in Edmond, Oklahoma City, also known as Oklahoma City North. It is from February 12th to 15th, 2026. And the cost will be $459, which includes 7 chef prepared meals and transportation to and from the hotel and Bricktown Entertainment District on Valentine's night for the Valentine's Night Out celebration. And if you're staying at the Hilton Garden Inn, breakfast is included, so you don't have to worry about the cost of breakfast.
Wow, it's just a lot of a lot of great because it's more than just education there. It's hands on, which is a great thing to do when you actually learn by doing, not just somebody standing up in the front of the room talking about stuff and uh, food and everything for that price. What a deal! And the fellowship, that's where it's priceless.
That is the truth. That is the truth. Coming up in Louisville, Kentucky on August 29th to 31st is the Santa Summit and Boot Camp, hosted by the Santas of Color Coalition. So that is Santa Titus Hopper, and a number of other Santas of Color that are hosting this wonderful educational learning facility in Louisville, Kentucky, August 29th to 31st. Register at santasofcolorcoalition.com. So by all means, check them out if you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area. Registration is closed for the Santa Gathering in Lancaster, PA, September 3rd through 7th. So if you hope to register for that, I'm afraid that you've missed out. I'm not sure if there's a waiting list, but you can always check out at thesantagathering.com. Jeff McMullen is hosting Kringle University starting September 9th through October 7th, every Tuesday night, and that is the Holiday Performer Education Series. And on September 8th through October 6th, he is also offering a class on the mastering magic of house visits. So check out Kringle University and Jeff McMullen for that. September 18th to 21st, 2025 in Schaumburg, Illinois. If you're in the Chicago area, please check out Santa Nana's Holiday University, hosted by the Northern Illinois Christmas Entertainers. Santa Nana's Holiday University is an excellent school from a different perspective, offering a women's point of view. But it is designed for all entertainers, be you a Mrs. Claus, a Santa, an elf, a solo performer, or a group or couple. It includes hands-on breakout sessions to give you real tools to enhance your own unique portrayal and visits. And the tuition fee includes your 2 lunches and a dinner, graduation reception, and much, much more. Contact the northern santanana.com for more information. And last but not least, July 16th through 19th, 2026, School of Santas run by Spangle the Clown, stufforsantas.com, will be in Branson, Missouri, featuring the keynote instructor, Joe Barney. So if you want to go learn from Mr. Barney and his decades of experience as a Claus and clown and vaudeville performer, by all means, go to School of Santas 2026 and check out stufforsantas.com for more information on that.
That's crazy. So many amazing schools. Just it's crazy the knowledge that's out there for this business, and it's such a diverse set of knowledge from somebody who was in Ringling Brothers for 30 plus years, people that have stage performance. It's just nonstop for and people that have been in the business for 30, 40, 50 plus years. And everyone's there to share and to put a school together to grow it for us to make things better for the children and families. And that's
Indeed.
go to a school, go to a couple different ones. You don't have to do it all in one year, of course, but um, they're out there for everyone. And
There is lots of opportunity for learning. I actually forgot one in my list. May 4th, 9th, 2026, the Academy of Christmas Artists will be in Forsyth, Georgia. And that is run by Lee Andrews and his lovely wife, Becca. And if you go to academyofclownarts.com, there is more information about the Academy of Christmas Artists. It is a very limited registration. There are 10 spots for Santas and Christmas performers. So there are 10 spots. But Steve Gillum and Deb Gillum are going to be the keynote instructors for the Santas. So you're going to get a chance to learn directly from both of them about the magic that they do working together as Santa and the driver. So
wow, and just I mean, those names that you tossed out are all Hall of Fame stuff. Jeff is, it just that's fantastic.
yep,
It's
Jeff
fantastic.
Spangle, Steve Gillum, lots of talent, incredible amounts of talent that are willing to share their information and years of knowledge and experience with us
Yeah,
all.
that's what's amazing about this business, the holiday performer business. It's amazing.
And speaking of someone with years of experience and incredible amounts of knowledge, I am giving you a break this week because we have Randall Checkerlee, and he's going to be sharing some magical moments with us while he is joining us. So thank you very much. And here's Randall.
Thank you. That means Angela's going to run this. Maybe. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for allowing me to take a few moments again on Monday afternoons for Bob, filling in for Bob here with Phineas. I want to thank you again for allowing me to do that. And the question that Phineas had earlier is just an amazing thing, and it can go on forever. The amount of things that we have to get started now, and that's just some things that I'm going to bring up here while we're talking. But I want to bring up. Is a checklist. I've made a checklist a couple years ago about everything that you might need in a performance to make sure that you don't forget something. It's just I remember going to a performance when having packed. I had a real job, left my real job. I had to take everything in the morning, and I forgot my Santa hat. Well, what are you going to do? So this checklist that I made kind of pretty much after that makes sure that I don't forget everything. It's even miscellaneous things like hairspray, Tic Tacs, things like that you don't always think about to make sure that you have in your bag or have in the car along with you when you do a long day. So I made a checklist just for that. Also, it's time to also update our contracts. Update your contracts. Now, you might need a new address, you might need a new phone number, You might need a new website address. You might need to put something else on there that um, oh stipulations about what you do and you don't do. But always update your contract. Now, I don't always like to call them a contract. I call them performance confirmation. To me, a lot of home visits and people like that get a little nervous about saying the word contract. So, performance confirmation to me has always been an easier way to sell my magic, my clowning, my balloon twisting, and everything else. It's the easier way to say you put everything on the same page, so we're both on the same page to make sure that we understand each other and what's expected of each other. So that's something to make sure you update as soon as you can any of your contracts. Also, update is if you do a lot of home visits, make sure you go. I gotta get this out of here. We got two pieces of paper here. There we go. It's kind of leaving a shadow. Can't really see anyway. It's basically a listing of if you do home visits, make one of these. These are easy to print out on your printer at home. You can make these up, or we can download them from. I can put them online. You can download them if you'd like. If you do a lot of home visits, this breaks down everything of each child you can send to the family. I know most of you have them, but it's great to update them because things do change from year to year. So it's just something that we need to do to kind of keep things going. And this is something you should update also, of course, besides the address, besides the date, is if you want to do a gift certificate, a nice certificate. Now, I agree with uh, we don't need to do the naughty and nice list. It's just the nice list. But to update this, and easiest thing to do is to get a program for your computer, if it's Print Shop or something easy, and then you can customize it like I've done. This, of course, is for Magical Santa I've done. Um, and then you can put your information on there. I would not suggest a phone number because otherwise you'll get a phone call at 3 in the morning from a child. That's because your phone number is on the bottom here. But things like this to update, or you want a new look. Now's the time of year to do that. You have the time in the middle of summer to make sure you get that done to update all these things so you're ready for the holidays. And you print off dozens of these, and then you can just, of course, fill in the name here. That's something that is necessity. We also should make sure that we do is update our oath. There is, of course, a Santa oath, a Mrs. Claus oath, an elf oath. We all should take the oath and kind of update it or make sure that we have done the Santa oath. So we know it's what's expected of us and what our obligations are as Santa, Mrs. Claus, and an elf um, to the families, to the children. Um, just take a look at that, read it through. It just takes a few moments to read through. If you're a member of any of the large organizations, I know MAPS does it, Burbs, things like that. Um, they have you sign an oath, the oath to do. I think it's necessity that we keep true to that for our families because it is our responsibility to be as true and pure as we can um, to the families for that. But there are so many things that we need to do now to get started. This is one thing that it seems kind of crazy, but we need to practice smiling. Now, we all smile, but the hardest thing is to practice smiling for 30 seconds to a minute. Wow, that sounds like a long time. It doesn't sound like that long time to smile. But you try to keep your eyes open and your big smile going for 60 seconds. That's a long time. So you're going to get a little pain in your cheeks and all that. It's good to work on that now because when you're a photographer, they've got all these children. They want to make sure they're smiling. They want to make sure that Santa's or Mrs. Claus is always smiling. So you've got to be able to hold that smile. So practice holding that smile. Take your phone. Take your phone. Put a timer on it. 60 seconds. Get that big smile, the eyes open, and just hold that as long as you can. Stop and hold it again a few minutes later, because that'll get you prepared also for the season. Um, I talked earlier about Dr. Bruce and getting your voice ready. We A lot of Santas will even change their voice during the holidays. We get a little deeper. We want to talk a little different. But so that puts a strain on our vocal cords. Or we do the big ho ho ho, which is also very rough on the throat. So that takes time, month to month, to get that going. Um, so we need to start preparing now, little things, just little things, to get things ready for the holiday season. Um, so that's a few things. I got to show you something though, a few ideas, and this is why we do it. This is why we do it, folks. Of course, we do it for the children. Now that child in the center there is actually me when I was, I think, 5, maybe 6 years old, and my older brother. That's a long time ago to see Santa. That's a long time ago to sit in. And then as time changes, of course, with my grandsons. So we also have to remember that we go on that long for other families also. We will see these children grow up. We will start with their parents or grandparents and get down to their grandchildren. We can do home visits for that many years, 15 years. So we have to keep everything going. We have to look the same. We have to sound the same. We have to have that same energy. We have to have that same smile. We have to have that same drive, which is not easy sometimes when you're working 200, 300, 400 shows a year, let's say, during a holiday. But you have to, because that person, that child, that family at 9 o'clock in the morning is just as important as it is at 9 o'clock at night. We always got to get that smile. Remember, practice that smile. Hold that smile. Those eyes open and big smile for 60 seconds. Hold it and see how you do to make sure you can do that on a regular basis. It's painful after a while, but it sure is grateful because a smile brings another smile. When the children see Mrs. Claus smiling and the twinkle in her eyes, man, Mrs. Claus has her. They're now feel comfortable. They see Santa smiling. They see that soft look. Um, we need to bring that the way things are nowadays. We do need to bring that. So there's just I could ramble on for a while, but I want to show you a quick little magic trick here. I want to show you a quick little magic trick that I made up. I did this last year, but it's a lot of fun. We can put this here where I can see this here. It's actually kind of an interactive magic trick, everybody. If everybody can see that card, now what I'd like you to do is anybody can place your finger on the screen, place your finger on any Grinch. The Grinch. A green ornament. Yes, place your finger on your screen to one of the Grinches. Very good. Now move your finger up or down to the nearest square, which is a package. So move up or down to the nearest package. Very good, very good. Now move your finger to the left or right, doesn't matter to me. It's your choice, left or right, to the nearest circle again. Yep. If it's necessary to cross a square, it's okay. You can cross a square, but go across to the next, across any circle. It's okay to cross your path. Now, it's a rough one, the next one. Now move diagonally, of course, to the nearest square. Move diagonally to the nearest square. Now we're almost done. We're almost done. There's only one more move. Now, one final move. I want you to move up or down, your choice, where you're at, to the nearest circle or ornament. I think most of you went back to the North Pole. Am I right? it's a fun little mathematical trick that you can follow along with, and you can leave with them because there's nothing, it's just printed on your printer. I like to do a lot of things on my printer at home. Then you can leave them if it's a coloring page, if it's a puzzle like that, if it's crossword, if it's jokes, if it's this, then they have something. You can sign it, date it. They have also something to remember. Um, so those kind of things now, if you want to get started now with those things, get started now. Since it is August 25th already. Man, it's crazy to think it's August 25th. Because basically 3 months of December is 3 months, and we're talking Thanksgiving. So we have basically 2 months before we're very, very, very close to holiday season. So I want to thank you very much for allowing me to be back again today. What fun this is. Um, Thank you so much. And we will see you again in 2 weeks. Yep. Bob's back next week. He's out. Hopefully, he's being safe outside there, working outside in that heat. But thank you, folks. Love you all. Have a wonderful day for watching my magical moments.
Thank you very much, Randall. That's great. And yeah, I will second, especially if you are one of the clauses who has what Santa True has called resting grump face. Um, Practice smiling, particularly with your eyes open, because a lot of the guys with the chubbier cheeks, they get the squinty eyes and you can't see their eyes. And when you're smiling, make sure you're smiling all the way up past your eyes, because nothing is worse than the Wednesday Addams smile that is smiling with your mouth and then the eyes are just dead. So make sure that the smile is reaching its way all the way past your eyes and that your eyes are smiling.
And you've got to be able to hold it because the children are going back and forth. One's smiling, one's not smiling, one's smiling. So Santa or Mrs. Claus always has to be smiling. They don't want to take a picture and, oh, the children were smiling, but Santa wasn't smiling.
Yeah.
So make sure that.
And for those who are wondering about voice warm-ups and voice exercises, I posted something in the comments from the Claus Connection. Santa Bruce, Dr. Kotovich has posted every Wednesday. And this Wednesday was about exercising and protecting your voice. Randall, Sal wants to know if that trick can be downloaded or if you can put instructions for
You
that.
can do that. I can do the instructions, and easiest thing is when you do it online, I switch them around. Like this one, get you back. You're always get back because it's all about the children. This one is, of course, the winner is Santa. So I actually have a few different varieties of them, but it's because I just do it on the computer. I just change the couple things back and forth. But I can put the instructions and the thing on there. I sure can, no problem.
Excellent. Thank you, Randall. Well, that was a wonderful segment, and it's been a great show. And I'm just wondering, Angela, do we have a winner? And Angela says, yes, we do have a winner.
We do have a winner. You want to read it again?
Yes, indeed. So the question is that this song, now associated with Christmas, was originally written in 1857, intended for use in a Thanksgiving observance at a church in Savannah, Georgia. What is this Christmas favorite known as now? What was its original title? And who wrote it? And Randall gave away the current title.
Jingle Bells.
And that was Jingle Bells. The original title was One Horse Open Sleigh. The song originally didn't have the Jingle Bells refrain. It was just all of the verses. And the author was James or John Lord Pierpont. Both are acceptable.
The winner is?
The winner is Mr. Ken Kringle on YouTube.
Congratulations, Ken. So if you can message us your mailing address and T-shirt size, and we'll make sure that Santa, Wade, and Scarlett get their care package out to you, and that your name is entered in for the North Pole Cornerstones 2026 draw. So congratulations, Ken.
You can just private message Bob.
Yep, private message Bob on Facebook or send an email.
All right.
So
fantastic.
And we've got White, a upcoming roster of shows for you, starting tonight on the Claus Connect with Sean White at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, and she is going to be interviewing a number of fit Santas to talk about Santa and fitness. Gone are the days of nobody likes a skinny Santa. People are asking Santa, they're expecting Santa to be a little bit healthier. He used to have a pipe and smoke, and the smoke encircled his head like a wreath. So times are changing. So there are fit Santas. Tomorrow night on Tuesday Night Live with Bob and Spangle and possibly Scott. Steph Boys, the photographers from Steph Jordan Photography, will be there talking about the work that she does for Santas and Clauses. So congratulations on that. So looking forward to that. On Kringle Time with the Kringle Brothers, Wednesday. 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The importance of schools. Yes, Santa Mike and Herbie are taking us all back to school. So we'll be discussing that. And coming up on Thursday night at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, Mel has indicated that it's just going to be a magical fellowship group, just a Thursday night fellowship with potential improv, but she has yet to decide depending on how she feels. So just join Santa Mel on Thursday night for an evening of fellowship. So
Fantastic.
by all means.
Wow. Especially when Mel does her the one-line stuff. She takes something out of a hat, the improv. It's fantastic. It's fantastic fun. Just like the old show, Whose Line Is It Anyways? And she does a fun little thing. So
Yep.
hopefully that'll be. Carl White said that the Jingle Bells was the first song that was broadcast, first song ever to be broadcast from space to Earth. Jingle Bells.
Indeed, indeed. And Carl also commented that, he talks about fitness as in he can hardly fit in a sandwich in his mouth. So
Very good.
And Larry Davis has joined us from Texas. Good to see you, Larry. Hoping you're treating your missus very well. I know it's Sherry's birthday today, so wishing Sherry a very happy birthday. So good to see you. So thank you. But, well, it's been a show, everybody. It is 5 o'clock, and it is time to wrap it up. Do you have anything else to say for today, Randall?
I just want to say thank you, Phineas. Thank you, Angela, and thank you, Bob, back there on the outside for allowing me to come fill in for every other week till the end of the season. Can't believe you're talking about the end of the season already, but so it is. I appreciate that so very much. Very nice of you. Great to see everybody. Eric and Mo, just I see logged in.
Yep.
Great to see everybody, and always love the comments about stuff. It's just the input and the talent. It just boggles and blows the mind about what's out there. You guys all should be very proud of yourself, and the children be very thankful for how much work you put in to make your craft and their and their experience better, because you guys are so much better than all the rest.
Well, we are grateful to have you fill in for Bob Randall, and I look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks' time and every other week for the next few weeks of the Monday Night Live show with Bob/Randall and Angela and Phineas. And once again, I am grateful for Angela for her producing expertise and keeping us in line, keeping the two of us in line. It's always great to have you here. Thank you, Angela. And I just want to say to everybody, tune in, kick up your heels, and join in the fun for 2025, all powered by the TNL Productions team. So thank you very much, and see you next week.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Have a magical week.